Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. It's going down. This is Rasslin Rage. We'll do it now. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. Do it now. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.
And now, Rasslin Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
Cody here from Rasslin Rage, and I am joined by one half of the XICW Tag Team Champions, Death Threat Army, the Black Diamond, Jack Price. Thanks for coming on today.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, man.
All right, awesome. So I got to ask you, I seen a post, your tag team partner is Aaron O'Ryan.
Yeah.
And I seen a post from him the other day concerning XICW saying something along the lines of they didn't want us. Originally, they didn't want us. And here we are now, and now we're the tag team champs. So first of all, is that a true story? And then second of all, what's it like to start from the bottom of an organization like XICW and work your way all the way up to the top?
For your first question, I will go iffy. Like
iffy.
It is. Yeah, it is, but it's not. But it is. Like I was already in XI already when I was doing my singles, and I was trying to get him in there, but for some reason we couldn't get him in, and we were like, what is going on? But like the post said, he had one match, and I liked him ever since. And then it was kind of hard to get us together as a tag.
Right.
Like, man, why we can't tag? But as soon as we tagged the first time, he might have been mentioning about the first time we tagged, and then it was a wrap after that.
Okay.
Once we tagged, and then I think the board of directors seen it like, yeah, we got to keep them guys, something like that. But to answer the second question, man, it's a blessing. And these guys, it's a lot of talent in XI, and like a lot of people don't recognize it, but it's a lot of talent in XI, and we finally getting the recognition, and like we just run with it and going with the flow. So hopefully now we can get outside people to respect. Not saying they don't respect us, but to respect us more.
Oh yeah.
Know that we the real deal.
And that's definite. It's hard not to believe that you guys are the real deal because there's an intensity there between you and Aaron O'Ryan that I haven't seen in professional wrestling on the independent level for quite a while. And I say this to everybody. Aaron O'Ryan's an intimidating mofo. Let me tell you right now. I know I've met him and I've talked to him. He's a really nice guy, but I mean, when he's in the mode, you better stay the heck out of the way.
Yeah. I tell him that. Sometimes I got to step back. I'm like, Aaron,
yeah.
What's going on? You need a Snicker or something?
You hangry? Now, let me ask you. So now you are now a vet for XICW in Proving Ground.
Yes.
Tell me what it's like to transition into that role.
Well, I will tell. So that's how I started in XI because I was on season, 6? So I was either on season 3 or season 4, one of them. But I think it was 3. But when I started, my vet was Kid Hybrid, Orlando Christopher.
All right.
So that was my vet. So, he's doing good. The crowd didn't know me at first, but they start, falling in love type stuff. So I was like, oh, we're doing good. The first match, I went to the bottom 2, but I ended up winning the crowd over with my promo, so it was good. But how I got eliminated because Orlando Christopher quit the company.
Oh, no.
So I got eliminated. So
that's kind of that's a crappy rap right there, man. It wasn't even you?
I was so upset. Man, God dang it, So the next season, I wasn't in it, but another vet couldn't make it for one of the rookies, and I took his place. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna win this. So it was me and I think his name Matisse Tiger or something like that.
Okay. Yep.
So again, we went into the bottom two, and then but we won the crowd over again. Like the crowd was behind us, they was chanting the name, and Johnny Divine, yeah, that's who it was. It was him and Cyrus, and Cyrus 17, and I felt like it was my mistake because I turned my back to him, and I was facing the crowd, and I turned my back. Seeing the crowd was behind us, and Johnny Divine got the kendo stick and just started going to work.
Oh,
wow! And it hit my back. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what is going on? So I'm covering up, trying to not,
Right.
So it's supposed to go off crowd reaction, but that moment they like what Johnny Divine did at the spur of the moment type of thing, and I'm like, man, get out of it. So we ended up losing.
Yeah.
So like I wasn't that mad, but I was mad because I was like, that's some bull crap. Because last season my vet left me and I got eliminated. So I'm like, all right. So they switching the rules up. They playing by the ear. So this year I was like, I'm gonna be a vet because I'm not gonna leave my guy. I'm gonna make sure he's bring his A game every time, and I'm gonna make sure it's perfect because I've been through both poopy situations, and I don't want my guy to go through it. So that's the reason I wanted to be a vet.
Right.
Season.
So you're the vet now. What are you going to do to help your rookie? And I mean, you're the rookie and your team, because really it's about the both of you in the end.
Correct. I'm down to do whatever. I'm still trying to prove myself in a sense, So
right.
It's not just about my rookie Jacob Braun. Like, he's a good guy. I've known Jacob for a long time, anyways. So it was a sure pick when it was my turn to pick my rookie. But Jacob, he's a good guy, trained by Congo Khan. So I just got to bring out that fire that I see in him, but
right.
he's not bringing it out. So I want to help him bring out a side of him that he doesn't know he have, but I can see that he has.
Right. So there's a lot of different proving grounds all over. Like XICW has their wrestling with a vet proving ground. There's ACW down in Florida has a proving ground, which Nolan Edwards is a part of as well. And Cyrus 17 down there. And there's a lot of other organizations that have their own proving ground. And if anybody doesn't know, proving grounds are used for guys that are not basically well known to help them get known in an organization. Do you think that proving grounds really do help these younger guys at twofold? One, getting their name known with the fans, and two, rubbing elbows with the vets.
I do feel like it helps. Any ring time helps. Period. Like,
okay.
Get in the ring as much as possible. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to be a vet.
Right.
I'm wrestling every weekend, but I'm like, man, more time to do something, So, yeah. So XI crowd is a hard crowd to get over.
Yeah, they're nuts out there.
Yeah, So if you can get an XI crowd over, then you good. So, right. But I feel like up and coming wrestlers or I'm sorry to backtrack, but people think wrestling with a vet. They think like when I was a rookie, they was like, man, that person ain't a rookie. He's been wrestling for X amount of years. But it's not saying that you're a rookie in a business. It's saying you're a rookie in XI.
Right.
So that's what that means. I just wanted to get that out the way because a lot of people get that confused. But I feel like the rookies should do it. Like more ring time, more eyes on you. You can get like references from that promoter to other promoter. Like it all works out. I think it's a good opportunity for wrestlers.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, DBA's name's pretty well known throughout the independent scene in Michigan, and if not in the professional wrestling altogether.
Right.
So it's definitely a good guy to have on your side when it comes to getting bookings. So let's talk about Jack Price a little bit. you're not originally from the Detroit area, or you're actually from out in the Grand Rapids area. Am I right on that?
I am. I'm from Comstock Park.
Okay, now I seen a flyer. There's a new organization out there, and you're going to be on that show. Can you tell us about that real quick?
It's my guy Josh Raymond. His show. It's in the Grand Rapids area, and he talked to he's one of the vets on the Proving Grounds.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so he was backstage talking, and he was like, "Hey, bro, asked me if I wanted to do the show." I'm like, "Heck yeah, it's my hometown,
Right, go home, right?
Yeah, so it'd be fun, bring the family out, friends from high school all coming out. So we've been getting a lot of press on it. But this is my first time working for this promotion. So it should be a good time. Hopefully it's a good time.
Right. Now, we have started to see you at Blue Water Championship Wrestling with another inclination of the Death Threat Army, with weaponized Alex Weir, and you guys are still going in the tag team tournament. Did you recently hear that the 5MW are now out of the tournament? They had to go out. I think they're a little scared of the Roach tag team. That's what I think. But did you hear about this, and what's your thoughts on that?
About this, I seen it on Facebook, and I don't know. I never crossed 5MW, so I don't know how they are as people.
Right.
And so I can't really say, oh, they're cowards or blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. But it was very interesting that they dropped out, because I was like, that's who we're going to meet in the finals. Right. That's versus 5MW. But now that makes the tournament more interesting.
Sure does.
Who's going to win it now?
Right, yeah. I'm looking forward. Now I know you're not able to make it to Port Huron tomorrow because you, I believe, are at War. Am I right? In Ohio?
Yes.
So,
yes.
And I know that you and Aaron tag for War. Am I correct?
Yep.
All right. So is XICW the only tag team championships you guys have?
For now.
For now. I like that. I like that. For now. So that's cool. Now tell us how you and Aaron got hooked up, because, I've heard a little bit of things here and there, but Death Threat Army is getting huge. There's, when I first heard about you guys, there was only a couple guys, and now I'm seeing there's a couple guys that are for the brand. So could you tell me a little bit about how you guys all came about?
That's a cool story. Aaron O'Ryan, me and him known each other for like 10 years. I started off wrestling, and once I started wrestling, he took a break. And he used to come to the shows and, just watch and guide younger wrestlers or whatever, if they need some input on something. But he seen me, and I was one of the reasons he came back to wrestling, because he wanted to wrestle me. He was like, he seen something in me from day one. He was like, I want to wrestle that kid, and I can teach him a lot of stuff. So we wrestled, pretty fun thing then. And then he moved away down to Georgia. He was in the Army, so he was stationed in Georgia. So he was doing his thing down there. I was still up in Michigan doing my thing, and we talked all the time. I used to send him videos for him to critique. What you think about this? So he was like, "Look, I'm coming home," and I'm sorry. So he started Death Threat Army in Georgia. That's what it was. So it was already formed. He had two guys in Georgia they're still in the group. People don't see them because they're in Georgia. Right. So he started in Georgia. So he was like, I want to bring this with me when I come back. And I was like, I'm down. He's like, the goal is, to help younger wrestlers, to send them on a right track, a track that we didn't have as we was coming up. And then we can guide them, show them the right steps in wrestling, because it's not just about wrestling. It's it's etiquette, the way you dress, the way you talk to people, all that. So we wanted just to show people that we're more than it's a brand. Right. You are a brand. But
right.
So he came up, and this is actually our second year tagging together. So we started tagging at War. The promoter there, Tom, he had a fair show, and he was looking for 2 baby faces. So good buddy Kid Hybrid called us up and was like, "Can you guys make it up here?" And we was like, "Yeah." We got matching tights, and we went and killed the show. Tom loved us, and he started booking us all the time.
Yeah.
And then our first show on his big card show. So we did 2 fair shows, and then the third show was a big show, and then we won the tag titles. And he was like, "What is going on?" You know, but it was pretty cool. And then ever since then, we just started blowing up. And it was like, the rest is history.
Well, you know, and I see that because, you know, I talk to you guys from time to time when I see you guys at shows, and, you know, I don't try to keep you guys because, you know, there's money to be made, you know, but, you know, I know Aaron is busy because I've been trying to get Aaron on the show or get to interview him for a month now, and he's just so busy with his bookings on the weekend, his shoot job, and everything else. It's hard to get him on.
Right.
And, you know, and then I look, you know, you're booked up. Weaponize is booked up. I mean, I can't. Weaponize and I are good friends. He's one of my karate instructors, and heck, I can't even get him to come on my show, and he only lives like a hop, skip, and a jump away, you know. But I definitely see what you guys are saying, because you guys are all helping each other out and helping each other become successful, and using it as a platform to help other people. And I think that sometimes that's what this business kind of lacks, is because sometimes a lot of people are out for themselves and themselves only and don't want to help anybody. And, you know, guys like Weaponized from a little podunk town of Port Huron may never get seen if there wasn't for guys like you and Aaron. So I really appreciate everything that you guys do for those guys. Now, I'm coming, me and my buddies, we got another suite, a VIP suite for the XICW Proving Ground again. Yeah, I think we're going to make that a thing. Yes, sir. What can we look forward to out of you and out of Proving Ground in a whole? Like, what do you think is going to be, what's going to define this season of XICW?
Because Jack Price is a vet, and I'm not going to let my guy down.
There you go. I like that.
But no, but Proving Ground and all is a fun thing. It's fan interactive. It's all controlled by the fans. So it's like, you know, you have the match. I don't know if your viewers know the rules, but you have your match, and you get scored based on your match. So I think you got like team psychology like dynamic or something, team dynamic, crowd interaction or something, your look, and then something else. But and then you got something else. But anyways, it's all with the fans. And then, like, if I make it to the bottom 2, and then the team has to cut a promo to the fans to let them know why they should still be here, and then the crowd decides who they like better, and then that's how you determine. But this season, I think, is going to be the best season of all seasons of the other 5. The talent that they have as far as the rookies is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like Nolan Edwards,
Yes,
like
sir.
the first show, the opening show. So it was Nolan, Adam Wick versus it was Nolan and Mongo versus Josh and Adam Wick.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, you know, that set the bar. I was like, man, if they can do this every time.
Yeah. And that Mongo, man, that guy, wow.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely am looking forward to XICW, and I'm definitely looking forward to everything that your team has to offer and to see where it goes. I got to ask you a question, because I ask this to everybody I interview. All right. And this is going to be the vet in you is going to come out here. Give me one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given by somebody in the locker room, and then something that you would like to pass on. You know, a piece of advice from you that you want to pass on to the younger guys.
The best advice that I ever got from my trainer, Levi Blue.
Oh, yeah, good old Levi.
Yeah. he told me, and it always stuck with me. But when you're in the ring, make your opponent look like $1 million. And I never got it. I'm like, why the hell? Oh, my bad.
It's all right.
All right. But I'm like, why the hell you want to? Like, I didn't get it. Like, why you don't want to get yourself over? But why you make your opponent look like $1 million and him getting over? So you got the baby in the hill, and when the baby goes over, if the crowd reacts like he just won the championship, then you both did your job. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
That's what he meant. Like, make your opponent look like $1 million. Get the crowd behind him, get them to boo you or vice versa or whatever. But that was the best thing, and I do that all the time. People say, "Oh, Jack, man, you oversell." I'm like, "Man, get on it."
Right.
But my advice to younger wrestlers is stay humble. Like, this is a crazy, I will say, world, because this is a whole different type of environment in real life. So just stay humble. People are going to talk down on you as far as your performance, and like, you may think you're doing like A+ type stuff, but everybody else may not think that, you know. So always listen to people. Like, my thing is, I listen. I don't care who it is. You can be the ring crew guy, or the referee, or the whatever, like the bell ringer. Like, if you have anything to say, I might not listen. Like, I might not be paying attention, but I'm gonna be listening to you, because you never know what you can get out of anything. Like, I do that with life in general. Like, just listen. Like, just listen to everybody, and like, once you take what you heard and put it in your work ethic, people watch and like, oh, he's a good listener, you know. Right. And so just listen. That's what I meant. Just listen. Right. Listen to anything and everybody, because even though you might think this guy sucks, he might be good at something else though. Right. He might not be good in technical wrestling, but he might be the stuff and like something else. And like, you know, so everybody can learn from anybody. That's like with Death Third Army. We all good at something, and like, we try to bring us all together. Like, we got a little group chat on Facebook, and we talking that all the time. Like, what you think about this promo? So promos you see on Facebook of any of us, we do a little pre-thing before we post it. Like, nope, do it over. Right. Don't do that, you know, blah, blah, blah. But so we try to, it's a brotherhood, it's a family. We go out to eat together. Our families, like our wives and kids, they know each other. We do birthday parties. So we just try to keep it real with each other. So my advice, though, just listen. That's plain and simple. Just listen, and stay safe, you know.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. You know, so I want to say thanks for joining me. I'm glad that I got you to come on, and hopefully I can get Aaron to come on here one of these days when he ain't so busy.
I see Aaron tomorrow, and I will make sure he message you so he can get on the show.
There you go. That's awesome. Thanks. I appreciate it. But before I get out of here, I want to say one thing before we get out. I want to say congratulations on your newborn child, by the way.
Oh, thank you, man.
You're very welcome. I seen the pictures online, and there's nothing better than being a dad. You know that. I know that.
It's a lovely thing, man.
Yeah, it is. You know, you could be the biggest and baddest wrestler in the world. You can be in the Fed, and you can do all those things, but there ain't nothing better than coming home and seeing those kids, man.
Yeah, ain't lying. That's a wonderful thing.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks again, Mr. Price, and we will be seeing you very soon at XICW and probably Blue Water Championship Wrestling.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, man.
All right. For the brand, my man. For the brand. Have a good one.
Hey, you too, man.
We are the Death Threat Army. Vehicle City villain Aaron O'Ryan.
Black Diamond Jack Price.
The Wild Child Jody Threat.
And Weaponized Alex Weir. And you're watching Rasslin Rage live on Friday nights at 8 o'clock on YouTube.